What's happening, fellas and ladies and gentlemen and everybody? So I'm gonna let Floki and Triscuit hang over there for a second. I haven't ridden Leo for probably, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe. So I'm just gonna warm him up a little bit before we start rolling here. Because if we are talking about today kind of liberty off the ridden horse, and when I think about liberty off the ridden horse, it's so important that we have a horse that's really confident, that's really soft, that steers and guides kind of just off your leg and just off your neck rope. Because what we do around here is we do everything at liberty, right? Everything with just our horses free, and even when we ride them, we do it all in a neck rope here. And Leo's just a little bit bracy just to begin with. Like I said, he hasn't been ridden in a while, so he's kind of overbending a little bit to the right. So I just want to get him soft. I want to get him relaxed, because when I get started with these two other horses, I want to make sure that he's feeling good. So this is Leo. He's the only non-rescue horse in our 6-horse team that we have in Gamila Unbridled, but we call him an honorary rescue because he's Avery's horse technically, but I've kind of stolen him because I love him so much. But he's very fearful of crowds and in the entertainment industry. So what I did, I just wanted to help him and help him use liberty to find confidence in himself, so we can handle a little bit bigger atmosphere, a little bit bigger crowds, and find relaxation in it. And, you know, he's been all over the country with us over the last couple of years, and he's turning in just to an overall rock star. So he feels a little stiff, a little tight, but again, that's kind of to be expected, as I haven't really ridden him over the past couple weeks. So anyway, in the middle there, as you can see, the biggest horse in the world, my man Floki. The little guy there, he has the biggest heart, and to me he's probably the best liberty horse that I've ever dealt with, big, small, or in between, and he's one of my favorite horses that I've ever worked with. He came to us out of a rescue in Missouri, and just a really cool guy. I love him so much. He's confident, he's sassy, and he kind of always knows what the right answer is, even if that answer isn't what I wanted. But man, that man's a character. And the guy, the beautiful buckskin sitting there, is Triscuit. I got him from Windy Hill Horse Rescue. He was so unconfident. He's bucked me off probably more than any horse ever has, and I've gotten bucked off a lot. But you know, he's such a good liberty horse, and he wants the opportunity to think and find compassion and find confidence in his partner. And so we've had a lot of fun with him over the last couple of years too. So again, that was a pretty good little warm up for Leo. He's still a little bit stiff, but not too bad. But really today's session was, we just wanted to kind of go over a little bit of liberty off the ridden horse. Okay, as my man Triscuit runs away from us, as Floki comes to me. When my horses run away at liberty, I don't really make that big of a deal of it. I'm just going to ask him to come back. I'm going to ask him to move forward here, and we're just going to drive him around just a tad. I mean, like I said, I probably haven't played liberty off a ridden horse here in a couple weeks. So what do you do when your horse doesn't connect? You just drive him forward. And as you can see, little Mr. Floki here is trying to nip at my feet, and if he keeps doing that, I'm going to send him forward. Okay, because it's so important that these horses think about forward. Good. So I'm just driving Triscuit forward, bringing my man Floki with us, and waiting for him to turn and face, because he knows the answer, but he's deciding that he doesn't want to play yet. So we're just using this as a warm-up for Leo and Floki to say, hey, come on Triscuit, think about connecting with us, just like I would if I was doing liberty off the ground. It's perfect. You guys are pretty far away from us now, but you can see that we're just guiding. I'm keeping Floki to the inside. If this went too far, I would have just told Floki to stop, and then I would have kept going with Triscuit. So once Triscuit connects there, I'm just going to walk him here and get him connected again. Sometimes your liberty horses don't connect, and we just roll with it. I think about it like this, is when I'm with my friends, sometimes they're just not ready to participate in the conversation yet, and I just kind of get going. So I don't really know what happened there again, but they got freaked out about something. So I'm going to ask them to go forward. Yeah, there's the excitement that I want. So now Leo and Floki are going to go get Triscuit's attention here, and we're going to ask Triscuit to go forward. All right, this could not be a better first session for you guys to watch, because we're just playing. Yeah, that's all right, Triscuit, come on, buddy. You don't want to connect? Okay, we'll go forward, buddy. Move your feet. Show me that sass. It's a cold day here in Texas, and I want, woo, there it is, there it is. And I want my horses to show me that excitement. This is what I want. This is what I live for right here. And I'm sorry it's so far away, but I want Triscuit to find that comfort and relaxation. Come on, Floki. Come on, buddy. Keep up. All right, it's a lot of work for Floki. So he's going to be yelling at Triscuit in the pasture here in a little bit to say, Triscuit, my man, what are you doing? You're making me work. But obviously Triscuit doesn't want to connect yet. So it's just warming and giving me a chance to warm up Floki, warm up my boy Leo, and we're just going to have some fun. All right, so I'm trying to get in front of Triscuit's eye and get him to turn and face us, but I'm just going to, good. So as soon as he thinks about stopping there and turning and facing us and coming in, good, then we're going to do that. Good boy. All right, so then we're going to ask Triscuit to come back up, and we're going to try it again. So we're going to walk here, try to find that comfortable, relaxed walk. And just as you guys were doing this, you guys don't see there's a bunch of dogs running around the arena. We got a cattle dog mix. We got a little puppy that is learning from our cattle dog mix, and we got 2 border collies that are around the arena always making noise. When they hear horses run, they're like, I'm getting in the mix. Like, again, this is liberty. So many times people are like, oh, I don't want my liberty horses to run away. But to me, it's like, I don't mind when my horses run away, right? They're just telling me that they're not ready to connect. They're not ready to learn. So when they do that, we just make a game of it. We laugh, we smile, we go forward together. And the best thing about doing liberty off a ridden horse is that when you do it off a ridden horse, you don't have to chase them, right? You just have to have your horse move their feet for you so that you don't have to run. And I love it. But in order to do this properly, you have to have a really good ridden horse. And Leo is an awesome, awesome, awesome ridden horse. Good boy, you were great, buddy. You stayed relaxed, you stayed confident. Even when Mr. Floki was getting a little worked up and then Triscuit wanted to run away, you know, they stuck together. And that's what I love, is these two just connected. And Floki, even though he's small, he thinks he's the biggest horse in the pasture. He has the biggest personality, he has the most play drive, and he's just one phenomenal horse. But see, a lot of times that's the beginning of a session. I haven't worked these guys, like I said, like 2 weeks off the ridden horse, and that's what we get. We get freshness, we get a little bit of forwardness, we get a little bit of jerkiness, and we just got to work through it. We got to say, it's all right, boys. Let's keep going. Let's have some fun. And now they're starting to relax. Now they're starting to say, okay, Dad, I'll work with you. You know, because at the end of the day, I don't want to start teaching or doing things that they maybe aren't as confident in at the beginning until we can get them all connected and then get them relaxed mentally, because it doesn't matter what your horse knows, right, until they're relaxed, okay? Because if they're not relaxed, they are not going to give you the appropriate amount of effort, and they're not going to be in the thinking mindset. Because Triscuit, again, is a little bit fresh here, so he wants to kind of move his feet a little bit more, and so Leo thinks, oh, it's my job to move my feet too. And I'm saying, no, Leo, you're going to pay attention to what I want. Even though if Triscuit's a little bit fresh here, right, we're not going to make it so that you're fresh. I need you to relax, you to pay attention to me, and not worry about the other energy of the horses, okay? So you can't see Floki here, but he wants to kind of nip at my shoe because he's just very mouthy little guy. And so I just kind of gave him a little bit of stick and saying, hey, easy there, buddy. Please don't nip at my shoe. Good. So right now, I'm just walking them around trying to get them to relax because they're thinking about trotting and they're trying to do their own thing. And I haven't really asked them to do anything but walk. Because if the walk's not good, the trot's not going to be good. All right. And if the trot's not good, the canter's definitely not going to be good. And typically, Floki doesn't like to leave that much. Triscuit does is because he's a lot more unsure and very opinionated. He's one of the leaders in the pasture, so he's confident. So when you mix in the confidence of Triscuit and the unsureness of kind of being unsure around people still, you know, he's good, but he's still not, I would call, like 100% tame. And we're getting him there, and he's learning a lot, but you know, he's still not as relaxed and as tame as I want him to be. So this Liberty is helping him with that, and that's part of the reason why he's had so much trouble in other aspects and other areas of training that we started off more traditionally, and that Liberty has helped him understand is that he can find comfort, that he can relax and be connected with us, but still have his own opinions, you know, when he wants them. And that's what he is. He was probably gelded late, he was a stallion late, and he has a lot of confidence around other horses, over obstacles and other things. But I tell you what, it's so fun. Even when my horses run away, it gives me a chance to think and to observe and to play and to get my horse's mind right and get my mind right. You know, I used to really complain when they left and be mad at my horses, but now I'm like, hey, they're just showing me what they need. And then once I get what I need, then we can kind of go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and I'm going to ask Triscuit just to stay there. So I'm going to put this stick just a little bit in front of his nose and ask him to stand. You just stay, Triscuit, it's okay. All right, and then I'm going to put this stick back down and I'm going to ask little Floki to come. So again, Triscuit connected, so I'm going to give him a little break here and ask him to stop, and then I'm just going to work with my man Floki just a little bit while asking Triscuit to stand. So lately I've been working a lot on cantering with these horses, so we're gonna work on the cantering with Floki here. So I'm just going to pick up the canter with Leo and ask my man Floki to come on up more. Come on, Floki, good boy. Good, good, that's it. And where Floki's at right there is a perfect distance. He's smaller, so being on the outside is more work, but I'm just gonna ask him to keep coming. Good, and as soon as he gets where I want him to be, good, good, I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Good boy, Floki. How can you not watch Floki move and not laugh? This man has such big effort. He flicks his head, he shows his personality, and just wants to do what you want probably 90% of the time. And when it's that 10% of the time, he's still like the cutest little guy, and you can never really be upset with him. So I'm going to ask him to canter now to the left and say, come on, Floki. I know this is a lot of work for you, but for Leo and I, it's not much. I'm just kidding. Floki likes it. You see how he's kind of nipping a little bit at Leo? I'm just going to ask Leo to slow down just a little. Good. Come on, Floki. Just a little bit more. Come on. There. There. Good. And then we'll stop. That's it, buddy. I love it. This is looking so good. We're having fun. We're getting the connection. He's really starting to kind of connect with me, Floki. And then we're going to start just playing a little bit to seeing if we can just get him moving just a little. I want to keep him just kind of out just a tad. I want to make sure that and that he understands that Triscuit is standing still, not to connect with Triscuit, but to connect with us. Good. Floki is just, as I said, one of my favorite Liberty horses in the whole world. And he's just an amazing little guy that everybody is going to know and he's going to have a name for here in a couple years. And again, Leo's just a little bit fresh and wants to pick up his pace just a little bit. So I'm just going to keep changing directions with Floki until Floki stops thinking about nipping either at me or my foot or my man Leo, and we're just going to keep going. All right, good boy. Come on, Floki. So again, Leo has to understand when I'm talking to him and when I'm talking to Floki. And that's probably the hardest thing for your ridden horse, is to understand when you're talking to them and when you're not. Because right now I'm just kind of talking to Floki, just asking him to come up a little bit. Good. And that stick doesn't mean go for him. It just means come. So I'm going to change directions again. Good. Change directions again. Good boy. Good. Come on, Floki. That's it. So then we're going to come. We're going to ask Floki up just a little bit. Good. Just a little bit more, buddy. That's it. Now we're starting to find the rhythm. Now we're starting to find the rhythm. Good. Then we're going to stop here. We're going to back them up. Flokies, come on. That's it. Come on, Flokies. Come on, buddy. A little effort. Then back up. Back up straight. Back up straight. Not straight. Not straight. Good. Come back over here. See, now he's getting a little bit lost. He wanted to not back up straight, so I get him back on this side. Get him forward. You guys can't see that, so I'm going to come up towards you. Good. I'm going to stop him again. Back him up. Hey, Flokies, 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 back up. There we go. There we go. Good. And I just keep playing with it. I go forward, I back up. I go forward, I go back up. I go forward and I back up until he starts to release and really give me what I want. So that was really, really, really nice. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him back around and I'm going to come pick up Triscuit again. So Floki, I don't leave and let stand that much right now because he's still the most energetic out of all of them, and he doesn't really know that stop cue as well under saddle. We're just figuring it out on the ground. And so I'm not going to test him here today. So I'm going to go pick them all three of them up again. And now Triscuit is on the left side and Floki's on the right side. So they're interchangeable, right? Each horse should be able to go in any position on the team that there is. So today, really what I wanted to do is just kind of come out, get a reminder to the horses to say, hey, remember this? You know, remember this is what we do? And then just get them connected and soft and not teach them anything new today, but just get them to be relaxed so that tomorrow when we come back out, we can start to teach them a little bit more. Good. And again, so Triscuit is running away here. All right, you got ahead. So I'm going to heel him. I'm going to bring him back to the start, and we're going to go for the walk again. Good. That was really nice. See, that's what it's supposed to look like. When my horse runs away, they need to know where to go. And again, no Liberty team is perfect. They all make mistakes, but they got to know where it is that they need to go when they do make mistakes. So right now, again, Triscuit didn't want to back up. He's kind of rushing, so he's making my man Leo rush, and I need to tell Leo, hey, you need to listen to me. Good. Not Triscuit. Good. I'm going to pet on him, tell everybody they're good, tell my man Floki we're good, and then try it again. Good. Because again, I want my horses to be connected to me. Even though we have a team of 3 here, right, they need to understand that they're still all talking to me and to my energy. Right, that is the thing that matters the most. My energy matters. Their energy needs to connect with my energy. So if I have anxiety, right, they're going to have anxiety. If I can find relaxation in moments of stress, they're going to find relaxation with me in those moments. Right, so that is what I need from my horses, is them thinking about just being with me. And yes, they're a team of 3 and they're connecting with each other. But most of all, I need them paying attention to me. And paying attention to say, okay, I am with you. I got you. There we go. That's much better, boys. Come on, Flokies. Come on, Flokies. That's it. Good job, buddy. Floki's just getting a little bit sucked behind. So I just ask him to just come a little bit more forward. That's it. Because I want him more even with the team, not sitting behind. Yes, I know his legs are probably an 1/8 of a size of Leo and Triscuit's, but he can still give effort. Come on, Flokies. Thank you. That's it. Then I'm going to change directions again. Again, the purpose of this session here is to get them relaxed and confident so that the next time we come out, we can start working on new things. But today, we can't really work on new things because they aren't very connected here with me like I want them to be. But again, that's totally fine. I expected it after a 2-week break. All right, I worked them on the ground a little bit yesterday, but today we're just working out here and trying to find comfort. So what I'm looking for here is that I can put them in a lot of different positions and they are going to be able to relate and still find the comfort. Good. Good boys. So then I'm going to ask Floki to back up just a tad again. Okay, and then I'm going to ask Floki to come to the other side. Okay. Yep, so I'm just going to keep nagging him a little bit. Nope, it's okay. And then I'm going to ask Floki to go all the way around Triscuit and get to the other side. And right now he's trying to hide behind Triscuit. It's okay, Triscuit. Nope. Hey, good. Good, there we go. So Floki did not want to go to that other side, so I had to put a little bit more energy in my stick. All right, there we go. So those two you see wanted to fight. It'd be like brothers. So I got to ask them forward. Yeah, this is perfect for you guys. So I'm just driving them forward. All brothers sometimes fight, and they want to get next to each other and nip each other and kick at each other. And I'm saying, hey, not with me. Not with me. Good, drive forward. Drive forward. Good thing I have Leo. Yeah, see right there? They're really pushing each other. Triscuit's trying to bite Floki, and I'm trying to say, hey, knock that off, boys. Knock that off. Good. Because Floki put that on himself. So I'm driving him forward. And I'm asking them to go until they settle down with me, because I'm the one that's the leader of this herd, not them. Good. And again, I'm glad they're not perfect today. Perfect horses don't teach you guys anything, because this is the reality of liberty training. They make mistakes. There. Okay, so I'm going to wait to see if they turn here. Good. That's it. See if they come back in. Good job, boys. And then we're going to go for a walk again. That was better. You see, they know their job. They know what they're supposed to do. But Floki was annoying the heck out of Triscuit. And Triscuit had enough of Floki. So Triscuit had to put Floki in his place, right? And say, hey, knock it off. And if I would have saw it first, or if I would have made that correction first, then that wouldn't have happened, right? So that was my fault. But I'm glad that Triscuit kind of let Floki know to stop nipping at him, to stop bugging him, because in the herd, Floki is behind both these guys. But when Floki's with me, Floki's like, oh, I can do what I want. Dad's going to protect me. Good. But you see how now they're more relaxed, they're more focused, they're more paying attention to what it is that I want. Good. That is what I need from them, is to them to think, hey, pay attention to me. Good, but they got to be relaxed. They got to stop being able to play games with each other. The mares, they all really want to work together, right? The boys sometimes just want to play and bicker amongst themselves sometimes, and people give mares a hard time, but it's the boys here that give each other more, the harder time. A lot of times the mares, they want to get along, they want to get the job done right, and the boys are like, hey, I'm going to fight with amongst another like brothers would, and then once I get that out, then I'll start playing with you. There we go. Much better. Good. So I'm going to back them up just a little bit. Okay, so you see how they squirted forward? I'm going to see if Triscuit will come back. He didn't want to back up because he didn't want to go into the pressure of where Floki was. I'm going to step forward. I'm going to ask him back in. Yes, good. Oh, I'm going to ask Triscuit to step forward. Good. And then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to back him up again. Ah, there we go. There we go. This is a real session, guys. This is the reality that we live. Liberty horses get an opportunity to think for themselves. When they misbehave or they're naughty, right? All I do is ask them forward. I don't run and gallop and chase and be mean. It's a mindset. I say, it's okay. Get whatever you need to get out. Show me your expression. Show me what's bothering you. Show me what's on your mind. And then we'll learn and we'll grow from there. So I'm going to quit them there because they started to get really nice and relaxed. They started to get connected. Leo's blowing out. Floki's relieving some stress in his head. But Leo's really starting to figure this out and say, hey, guys, all right, I've been waiting for you for the last 30 minutes to connect. But I've just been putting them in all these different positions today to find their relaxation, to find that they got the connection, so that then the next time we come out, they'll start here so we can start learning more. Anyway, it's been a fun day. Have a good day, fellas.